Hello and welcome to another installment of my Touge Moment series. I'm Mr. Not So Good and you're watching a collection of Touge bells that had well on Touge Live free servers. And I'm also beta testing a new arcade script for racing on the controller. It basically gives you a wheel on your gamepad. Game changer. This is a beta script. It's not published yet, but once it is published, I'll make a video about it and give y'all links, so subscribe and stay tuned. But let's get right into the battle as I slam into the wall, coming off the ground. I'm the yellow RX-7, and we're watching this battle from the perspective of the red EA86 because he is such a good driver. We can do that for this one. Now, coming to this hairpin, my smart self, I completely sent it way too hot. They call me Mr. Not So Good for a reason. It's not just for show, folks. Now, this section here is extremely important because there's a hairpin just after this one, and depending what you do through this section is going to depending how you approach that hairpin. And thankfully, I do hold a good pace through these twisty bends. It is a nice little section as I keep my solid ground. We are basically trading millimeters. We are gaining no ground on each other. Super close. Now these last two corners are probably the most important ones in the whole entire complex. They're going to determine your exit speed. And you have to get a good exit, and I do just that, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want in here. I go a little too fast, but I stay in it, and I use every bit of wheel spin to my advantage, getting a better exit than him, still maintaining my ground despite that entry. Now this, I missed my turning point. I'm a little wider than I want to, so I hug this guardrail, literally leaving no room left as I rocket ship into this entry point. Amazingly, a nice little flick into there, keeping a nice pace, making him work. Now we're going to slide into the passenger cam of this guy, and we're going to see what it's like to be a passenger inside this EA86. As you just see me running away with amazing speed drift. I don't know how I pulled that off, but I sure literally did. That's no worry for this guy, because he's going to come right around, easy, doing a devil drift, almost crashing into the guardrail. Get me out of this car. This guy is a maniac. He almost killed himself trying to keep up with me. This is insane, but we're going to stay in here just a little bit longer. Hopefully we keep our life in check. Coming around to this section, also very crucial, this is going to determine your exit speed onto this bit, which is a short stretch, and it is just important to get good speed as he does get a better drive than me through there, and as I make a silly mistake as this gutter bucks me wild right into the wall, and that gives them the perfect ample opportunity to close the ground and get on my booty hole. And I wash out wide and I go into the wall like a super smart guy, so he's right there on my bumper. I have to go defensive right now so he doesn't have to get a lunge on me. Just like that, I do a beautiful job of holding a defensive line while maintaining speed through there, which is what you really want to focus on. And coming through here, I don't know how I did this, but just watch this. Watch this right here. Look at this. A nurse drift. Beautiful. Talk to me, baby. Look at that. Holding it all the way through there. But wait, there's more. We're not done. Switch back. Boom. Switch back again. Front bumper tap. Who said those aren't cool? That was good. Anyway, back onto the video. He is coming up onto me really fast. He is keeping a really strong. He's pushing the pressure on me. I am on the brakes. He outbrakes me through there. He gets millimeters, inches on me. Coming to this section, I get a nice lift off oversteer, pitching the car in just perfectly. I do a slight bobble, check up into here, but I'm still making him work. I'm keeping a decent little ground on this guy, and I am pushing. Really important corner here. You need all the exit speed you can get, and somehow I get a better drive than him. Don't know what I did to do that. This one is not as important. You can kind of slow down through here. You can relax on that one, but this one's really drifted, compression zone, wheel speed, rocket ship out of there. That's what the done just did. And I am pulling a decent little bit of ground. This section, small little inputs as I just, that couldn't have been executed any bit more perfectly. And unfortunately, he makes a big mistake right here. He misses the braking point and he slides out wide. And that is going to be it for this clip. Nothing else interesting happened. Next clip right about now. And so this one's kind of funny, but this guy, he has a really good pace. But that's not what's so interesting about this video. If there's a whole army of 8.6s chasing me. They're just hungry. They're after me. They don't like that I'm picking on this. Look, there they are. There's the whole army of 8.6s. They're angry because I'm picking on this lonely guy up here. So they're coming to back their mans up. As he gets a nice huge flick, I check up. I almost took his mount, so I scrub all my exit speed, but I'm gonna get it right back. Don't y'all worry y'all's little head off. is gonna get it right back. Coming straight through here. I'm taking my time. I don't want to go too crazy. I gotta close the gap. I can't just send it and die immediately. Nice little compression zone. I'm using every bit of tire grip I can. Coming up through this section. Now I just completely drop off the tires, trying to get up as many times as possible. He gets into the wall. I'm gonna look up the inside to try and get a pass on him, but this is a very sketchy place to pass, so I back off to get it to him, avoid killing us both. And I'm gonna get my opportunity back. I'm not worried about it. He gets into the wall, so I'm on him again. And now we got all the other 86s behind me. Now at this point, I'm the minority, so I just have to defend myself. This is just pure absurdity. I have to show my strength here. It's just how it is. Now they got a whole army behind me. This is my favorite section, and unfortunately, I'm gonna mess it up again. This thing just likes to buck me wild, but unfortunately, I get a decent recovery. I don't lose too much speed. He is looking at the inside again on me, but thankfully, I barely hold a defense against him as I get into the wall again. Super bad entry, but I'm on the power. Somehow, I'm still holding this 86 off. I'm still holding 3 of them off. I get a decent braking zone. I did the same move as before, covering the inside so no one can get a lunge on me. So I can get a nice little drive through here, and I did. I got an astounding exit. Look at all that ground. Look at this freaking maniac. Look at how fast he just sends it up here. I do my talking and braking drift, and look, he does one too. He's right in the gutter. He is gaining time on me, but he makes a big mistake. The gutter bucks him too wild, and he just flies off and goes into the shadow realm. And I'm pushing. Now I have to defend myself against all these other 86s. Nothing really too extraordinary happened in this section, so I'm just going to end the clip as I crash into the wall. But I did win the battle. I did win that one, I promise. Now this guy was just asking for it. He was just sitting here waiting for somebody to roll up on him, and I did just that. I rolled right up on him, and I challenged the heck out of him. There he is, just chilling. He's asking for it. Now I do wait for him to get up to speed before I go full kill mode. Okay, now he's up to speed. Now he's on pace. Now it's fair game, baby. It's fair game. I get another bobble coming into here. Unfortunately, I'll get better, guys. Don't worry. I'm always getting better. You should go back and look at my first videos. Anyway, he's on the inside, and that gives me a better opportunity. I strike. I get alongside him. Just easy done. Easy money. Now he has to defend. I wash wide. Unfortunately, he's not able to capitalize, which is nice for me. I get a nice little drift using that compression zone like I was talking about earlier. Run the inside line. You want to use up all the inside bit. And this dude, he just, I don't know, forgets to turn. Maybe he was pushing to it. He just does a corkscrew flip and just dies. Now we're going to move on to the final clip of this video, and it's going to be a NSX versus a Supra. Now this guy, he is also very good, so we're going to be watching this battle from his perspective as well. There I am, coming down the mountain, and no, I didn't just crash into the bridge. That's not what happened previously. Doing a nice little skid, beautifully coming through, keeping my little distance I need. There's a guy dead here. We're just whoop right under him. Easy money, bread and butter, all day. Now, this guy is super good. If you watch closely, what makes this so interesting is we have 2 completely different driving styles. This guy is very clean and composed, very timid, keeps the car straight. Me, I'm just like, bleh, I'm just sending it. I'm just no hold back, no care, just trying to maximize every bit of tire grip I have, taking full advantage of this controller script. It is amazing. Now as I get into the wall, but it's okay. I still have a decent little speed. This is where I make a huge mistake. I mix my mark. I'm on the outside. I'm trying to work my way back on the inside, and he gets close. He's gonna go for a strike, but I cut him off and I make him check up so I can keep my win. Maybe he started driving, but I think it's just defending yourself, if you ask me. I didn't crash into him. I didn't cause a wreck, but it doesn't matter because this guy's a Touge god. He just made back all that ground on the brakes, completely outbraking me, making me look like a noob, like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Now this is death corner, so I get on the brakes early, it steps out, and I'm just trying to work the car, not trying to crash. He's also having a hard time slowing down as well, as we both run a little wide, but he works it back on the inside, almost taking out the guardrail, and I'm just trying to hold my own against this guy. This guy is aggressive, and we get to one of the last high speed sections on this downhill. coming up into the last 2 turns. A big braking zone. Will I make it? And I just forgot about the turn. Okay. Video's over. Look out for the script. Subscribe. Okay, bye.